get your phones ready, get your questions ready, because Michael is here to answer your questions. The phone number is 703-663-3333. So just get your threes ready to go and get your questions ready, and I'm sure you have a lot of them with all the changes that have been going on. So Michael, welcome.
Good morning. Happy Flag Day to everybody.
Right.
Hope everyone's doing all right, trying to stay cool and hydrated.
Stay inside.
Stay inside, stay hydrated. It's going to be a hot one. A lot going on in dining, a few things we have coming up. Obviously, we're nearing the end of the dishwasher project in Woodland Skies.
Good.
So we hope it to be completed this week and up and ready for Father's Day.
Wonderful.
And then going with Father's Day, we're going to have special menus in all the venues. They're going to be posted, and we're going to have special hours. Obviously, we're not going to be doing the signature program in Woodland Skies and Fireside. We'll be doing special Father's Day menus, special hours. I think there's 11 to 2 that day. And I know over in Fireside we're has some soft shell crabs coming in, so it's that time of the year. So running a little different menu. We always like to run some items that you don't see regularly on the menu. Just change it up a little. A couple other things we have coming up today, actually, in the Village Square lobby. Our catering department with Patrick and Amy are going to be doing a pop-up similar to what we did in Town Center today. It's going from 10 to 1. They'll be selling wine and some gift baskets, so that'll be going on for a few hours. So, I'd have everybody come and check that out. A couple other things. We have the Von Trapp, the Sound of Music function on the 25th. And
tell me about that.
It was last year, and they go over a few. She has a repertoire of some of the songs from the Sound of Music that she goes over. There's going to be a menu. We're working on that right now. There's going to be tickets on sale for that.
So it's almost like a dinner theater.
Correct. And it was the same as they did last year. I think last year was in Hunter's Crossing. This year it's going to be in the Akatik room, I think, but there should be more information coming out on that. And then we have our farmers market starting up again with Knowles Produce. I just got off the phone this week with Valerie Knowles, so we're going to start that on Friday the 30th. It's going to be in the same location, which is behind the bank and the store in Town Center on that patio, and they'll have all sorts of items. I think both residents and employees love it. The good thing is they can do cash and or credit cards. They have the ability to do that, which is always a positive thing. And they're going to be bringing I told them even to bring in some baked items, and they'll have a whole wide variety of fresh produce.
Well, that would be every Friday?
We're going to look at, I'm going to work with the farm and see, maybe we might do every other Friday. We're going to look at that, and maybe every now and then bringing the grill out and doing a little cookout meal to go along with the farmers market. Good. So a lot going on. I got a few other things. We have, obviously, today's the birthday celebration with the cakes and the dining rooms. We do that once a month. We'll get and just for the June birthdays.
So if you have a birthday in June,
well, it's sure we'll have a little birthday cake in the dining room.
Go to dinner tonight. This is a call-in. Don't forget 703-663-3333.
Next Friday, the 16th, is National Fresh Veggie Day. So we're going to be out in the lobby. I know we've been doing those little lobby snacks. So we're going to do something for National Fresh Veggie Day. And then for the 21st, the first day of summer, we'll do some sort of snack item to celebrate the first day of summer for that. So a lot of things going on. Obviously, with the dish program finishing Woodland Skies, they'll start back up the full signature dining program. We've been, making changes over and running different specials in Fireside, and we started up with a daily special that we did in Fireside. So every day there's a new special. Plus, you have your 2 weekly specials. Just trying to add variety to the menu. We've been doing some action stations once a week in the cafe. I think in the Jefferson they've been, switching up their menu. We're going to be looking at the menus, and I know a lot of residents like the cold soups in the summer, so we're going to be looking at that. And lighter fare, more seafood, more chicken. Obviously, we still like to bring in the prime items and the prime rib, and you'll see that in the cafe next week. I know, looking, because I looked over the menu. I think we have prime rib in the cafe as a carving. We have Chateaubriand as a carving. So you'll see a lot of, mixing in the items. We always say we do look at the comment cards, and I know some residents say, "Oh, you don't read them," or, I said, absolutely. We go over all of them. We have a report that we go over. They're submitted to the Resident Dining Council that we review once a month when Ty, Corey, and myself sit in on that. So we listen to, what the residents say. And we try to, obviously there's a lot of residents, so we take into consideration, there's a lot of suggestions, but we look at the more popular ones and try to incorporate those into the menu. So a lot going on.
There is.
So, and we are working hard on a search for a chef for CB1 Fireside. So that's in the process as well. So a lot going on with dining.
Okay. Are we getting a lot of new servers because of
yeah, everybody knows this is the time of year that our seniors graduated. So in a lot of the dining rooms, you'll see new faces. And, I ask everybody to be patient. A lot of our new servers, this is not just their first restaurant job, but their first job.
First job, yeah.
So I ask everyone, be patient. Are there going to be mistakes? They're going to be mistakes,
sure.
But they're getting great training. They work with some of the older staff and some of the server trainers. So, and we go through this every year. It's nothing new. We know this time of year, June, obviously school's out, the seniors graduated, they're going on to bigger and better things. So come in a new group of younger servers, and that's great because hopefully a lot of them will stay with us for 3 or 4 years, and right. and it's a process. I think the residents really love the servers, the young servers, the students,
yes.
And it's mutual, and walking through the dining room, you see the relationships that are built. It's funny, some servers, they just know exactly when, certain residents sit down, they know their drinks, they know what salad they like, right. They know how to serve them, what kind of bread they want. That's great service, and it takes time to develop that, but truly it's great service. So
yes, it is.
A lot going on.
That's great. This is a call-in show. Now, Michael and I are waiting to talk about what you want to talk about. So 703-663-3333. Let us know what you want. Michael can tell us all about what's going on in dining, which basically he has done. But we need to know what you want. Oh, we have a call coming in.
Great.
Let's have that call. No, evidently the speakers are not working.
Oh, hello.
There
hello.
we are. Okay.
Hi.
What is your comment today?
Okay, I'm calling about the Jefferson and the menus. The fourth entree is always like zucchini au gratin for tonight, and tomorrow night the entree is going to be steamed carrots. I've called and ordered one of those for a side, and they said, "Oh no, you can't have it as a side; it's an entree," and that doesn't make any sense. What is the ruling on that?
I'm going to talk to our management team over in Jefferson, and hopefully we can resolve that. I would think, the possibility of having a vegetarian item as maybe one of the sides, if it's a half portion or something. But I don't want to give a clear answer. I want to make sure I speak with the dining team over there and clarify everything and go over that. But I can always tell you that we started this a couple years ago. This was out of resident request that the fourth entree in the Jefferson's always a vegetarian option, because we do a seafood, a meat, and a poultry. So.
Okay, we have another call. Let's have that other call.
Michael?
Yes.
I have a question about an issue that's come up several times regarding the Jefferson and the Potomac Cafe about ingredients in the dishes. in Fireside and Woodland Skies, you order your meals dealing with a waiter, and the wait staff can either answer questions about herbs and spices that are in particular dishes, or they can get an answer for you. But at the buffet or self-service lines, there's no way to really know, other than going to Net Nutrition, to find out exactly what the ingredients are, whether there's garlic or pepper or paprika or whatever in the ingredients. Is there some way that signage or something can be done so that Potomac Cafe and Jefferson residents can find out what's in the different ingredients rather than just say something is seasoned, but tell them what it's seasoned with? Because you have people with food allergies and particular likes and dislikes, and it's very uncomfortable, especially if it's an allergy problem for people, to deal with getting food and that they don't know what's in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
You know, absolutely, that's a great question, and we actually have our manager meeting at 11:30 today, and see if we can work on something that at least we can have, if not the ingredient cards, that we can have the recipes available to the staff so that at a notice they can pick it up and look at. You know, I say in the meantime, you know, ask to see a manager. I'm right now helping out over in Fireside, so, you know, pretty much most of the week I'm over there, and some residents will ask me to come out there, and if they have a question, I'll answer that for them. But let me see if it's a possibility of at least printing out, maybe, I don't know if we can put all the ingredients on the nameplate of the item, but at least if we can print out a copy of the recipe, so if someone does have a question, they can pull that recipe and have a list of those ingredients. Mm-hmm. So, and I have it written down right here, so we'll definitely work on that. That is a good question. I understand that, you know, our residents over time develop, if not allergies, resistance to certain items, right, or due to medication they can't consume certain items, and we work with that every day. One thing we did put in the Fireside menu, and you'll see it in the Woodland Skies, is we have an item it's called like a healthier choice. Mm-hmm. And these are items that are gluten-free. We have a gluten-free pasta on there. We have a stuffed mushroom on there. We have the tofu on there, and then we have a grilled plain chicken breast that, if you want, we'll put like a mango salsa on. Mm-hmm. So you'll see that coming on Woodland Skies, and that again was out of a request from certain groups of residents who said, hey, we like the menu, but at times we want to make sure that there's an availability for at least gluten, I guess, no gluten added. I always explain to people, we'll never be gluten-free, okay? Our kitchen's not a gluten-free kitchen because flour is a molecule, and it depends on your sensitivity. Right. It can be in the air and land on something. So nothing in our dining rooms is gluten-free. There's no gluten added, and there's a big difference, and I explain that to people. We just can't say that I can guarantee there's not one molecule of gluten on this steak, because there is the possibility. But no gluten added, yes, we can say there was no gluten added. A lot of our, you know, soup of the days, the residents say, is it gluten or is it flour in there? And we'll let you know. A lot of our bases that we use now are gluten-free bases, and that all came about, that's not just here at Green Spring, but throughout the enterprise. That came out through a lot of our residents saying, hey, can we, you know, because a lot of times it's because of the base, we can't have the soup. So we worked with the supplier for that, and they worked with us, and that's how we came about with this base a couple years ago. Having recipes available, we'll see if we can print those up and have those available for, you know, because I know going through the buffet line, for someone to leave the buffet line and find a manager, and, you know, it's not as easy as, you know, in Woodland Skies and Fireside, you know, you can ask, and it's being, you know, it's easier because it's prepared to order. Right. And that's the beauty about Signature, and I know I preach it every day, and the one thing about Signature is that we can't add in ingredients, but we always can take out if we have the ability. Now, some items you can, but right, you know, we have but we have items that you can. We're doing bourbon salmon and Fireside. Well, some people like the sauce on the side. Some people like the sauce on the fish and the extra side of sauce. Some people want the salmon plain. So there's the I guess, freedom for the residents to choose how they want. You know, a lot of times we try to put the sauce on the side if it doesn't compromise the dish. Some dishes you have to cook them in the sauce. That's like our beef short ribs. You can't cook them without liquid. They won't turn out right. So obviously a dish like that you can't get. But a lot of our fish, if it's possible, some of our chicken, if it's possible, we can. If you see a pasta dish and you're like, I'd like to try that, but can I get it with gluten-free pasta? I know on Fireside now they have the gluten-free pasta, and that opens up a wide variety. I know in the cafe we do have gluten-free hamburger buns if residents request it. So we try to make these items available. Understand, we also have restrictions. You know, people say, well, why can't you just order this or why can't you just order that? Well, we have an order guide that has certain items on there. You know, we can't, granted, yes, Cisco probably carries tens of thousands of items, but we have certain items in our order guide that we utilize. And there's many reasons for that. It's not, oh, we pick quality items. You know, our meat is choice meat. You know, our salmon comes in fresh when we order it. So we can get fresh seafood 6 days a week if we want from our seafood purveyor. Our produce comes in 6 days a week, fresh. So, and you know, now someone said, oh, you have watermelon now in Fireside and Fruit. I'm like, well, now it's that time of year. I'm not going to bring watermelon in February or March because I will if you want it, but then they're going to complain like there's no flavor, there's no taste, and you know, you'll see more berries now.
Right.
You know why? It's that time of year. We try to rotate the fruit around the season. You know, I always said in the winter and the fall, you want to use more, I call them seed fruit, you know, the pears, the apples, items like that that are more abundant in the winter. So
We have another call coming in. Let's have that call. Are we going to have the call?
We got a call. Michael?
hello.
There's nothing coming through. Okay.
So,
Hello?
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 Michael?
yes,
Good. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You hear me okay?
absolutely.
Good. I have a question about the takeout menu at the Woodland Skies and the Fireside. They each have a special each day. At Woodland Skies, you can order the special that's on the sheet of paper that you get from the store. They also have the list of what the special is on the My Nutrition website. Plus, they have the list of the specials, daily specials, on the store, at the store for each day. At the Fireside, there is no way to find out what the daily special is if you've got a carry-out meal. It's not on the sheet of paper at the Woodland Skies or at the store. It's not on the My Nutrition. It's not on, the store people tell you cannot go online and order it. So there's no way to order the daily special or to find out what the daily special is at the Fireside. They should copy what the Fireside should do, what the Woodland Skies does, and so people can find out if they want to carry out meal if it's just special for the day, they can get it. Thank you.
No problem. I know that the weekly specials are in that menu. I think, I know Woodland does a lunch special. I don't know if they do a daily special. They're doing a daily special now through the dish program. I don't know if that's going to start up when they go to their, you know, the full signature menu. We do a daily special in Fireside. The issue with us putting it into net menus, a lot of times, like any restaurant, when we walk in the morning, we look at what we have and create that special. Now, we can make it available, and I can work with the managers there and see if we can somehow get that information to the stores, so when they open up at 10 o'clock, they can be like, okay, today's daily special in Fireside is going to be A, and that we'll have a list of the ingredients if they ask. We can definitely work on that. And as far as putting it in that menu, the thing with net menu is you have to put items in a day ahead of time for them to show up. If I input something today, it won't show up in that menu in My Nutrition if you pull it up. And a lot of times with the specials, we really don't plan them out. The weekly specials, yes, those you'll see, and I know those are in My Nutrition for Fireside. As far as the daily specials, you know, we would have to load them up, and then they're not going to be. Then we're just planning another weekly special, almost as just changing daily. So we'll work that out and see if we can at least get the information to the store, so when they do call in, they can be like, "What's the daily special today in the Fireside?" Yesterday it was coconut shrimp. You know, I'm not sure what it is today. When I get back, you know, we'll look over what we have.
Because you don't plan those until the morning of the day.
When we walk in, we look at, you know, what items do we have? What can we do? We have to make sure that we have enough. Usually we do a daily special.
Right.
It's one of the top 3 sellers.
Sure.
So we have to make sure we have at least 40 portions, because that's how many we'll sell. You know, we've done daily specials where we sold 65 portions or
Right.
70. It depends on the item, but I can always guarantee it's going to be around 40, 45 of the daily special, just because I think residents like that, you know, option, and, you know, they want more, you know, variety. So they see, well, I know tomorrow they're going to still have the bourbon salmon, but tonight there's coconut shrimp, so I'm going to order the coconut
Sure.
shrimp or the fried catfish or whatever
Right.
we put on there. So, and again, it's offering the variety, but we'll work on getting the information out.
It sounds like a good idea.
Always trying something new. And, you know, that's the one thing. And listen, we're not perfect. You
You're
know?
not?
No.
Oh.
Far from it. And you want to, I'll
How
give you a phone number. You
disappointing.
can call my wife right now. But, you know, we try a lot of different things, and it's almost like what sticks and what doesn't. And sometimes, you know, we'll make mistakes, and we'll take, you know, that. But a lot of times we're like, oh, wow, you know, and a lot of times we'll run these daily specials just to feel out. It's a great way of running an item for one day and seeing if it's, because some items will be, or weekly specials, and seeing how they go, and then we can incorporate those
In the regular
into the
menu.
regular menu. It's a lot easier to do it for a week or a day than if you did make a mistake, okay, it's only for a week, or if it does great, we're like, well, now we know come next month we can add that on there.
Right, right.
So
Okay, that's some good calls we had today.
we did.
Right, right. I know my granddaughter comes and eats dinner with me once a week, and she's a vegetarian.
Okay,
And there are times that she has trouble finding an entree
okay. Now, where do you usually
at
eat?
Woodland Skies.
Well, I can tell you, starting with their new menu, coming out after the dish program, they're going to be doing the same healthy section as we're doing over in Fireside. So it's going to be like 3 to 4 entrees, and they'll be geared to, some of them will be vegetarian, some of them will be gluten-free. So we try to do that. I also say when we're doing entree salads. Now, the entree salads usually have a protein,
Yes.
but you can always get them without the protein.
Right.
You can also get, if you want a pasta primavera without the chicken, you can get it without the chicken. If you want the stir fry without the protein, you can do that, you know. So that's the great thing about signature dieting, is that you have the option to, you know, well, you know, I really like a little pasta, but I don't want the chicken in there.
Right.
You can do that. I, you know, like the, you know, beef stir fry, but can you take the beef out and just
have the
do a
stir
stir fry? So there's a lot of little things you can do. You know, I know a lot of people aren't fans of it, but we always have an omelet
Right.
that is available, you know, that someone can order. So we do take that in consideration and look at what we can do. I know our signature soup in Fireside now, the tomato bisque, is not only is it gluten-free, it's a vegetarian.
Right.
So I think we hit all the markers on that one.
Right.
And I think the residents like it. So we're always trying. Listen, like I said, you know, we have our faults, but I think we see those and we correct them, and then we move on. So.
And I think if you really have a question about it, check on the board and see who's head of the Dining Services Committee and give them a call, because they do meet and they do talk about these things.
Absolutely.
And they figure out what's, you know, majority of people want. And sometimes if you're in the minority, you might have to dig up a few more friends who have the same situation and get them to call in
Absolutely.
and get your group together.
But I always say, you'll see me walking through all over the place, or any of the other chefs or managers. If you have a question, ask. I always, I always tell people, you're not going to hurt my feelings. If you have a comment, a concern, a question, a suggestion, let us know.
Okay, we're down to the last minute.
I think, we've covered a lot of stuff.
Covered a lot of stuff. So
again, the pop-up today, right here over in Village Square
pop-up
lobby,
today.
10 to 1, wine sale, gift baskets. You want to get a last-minute gift, or you just want to get a bottle of wine, come check it out. Catering department's running that.
Farmers Market starts
Farmers
the end of the
Market at
month.
the end of the month, and we'll definitely have a lot of communication out about
And
that.
the Von Trapp dinner plan
On the 25th.
25th.
Yeah, so
check your calendars and
yeah, that's
make your
another thing.
reservations.
If our residents know that we do have these calendars right here, and it has all the information for dining, and it has some phone numbers on there as well if you have questions.
Okay.
So it's a great source of information.
Thank you a lot, Michael.
Thank you.